VC, what's up? How's everyone doing? Hope everyone's good. Just trying to get through this couple stacks I got of vinyl finds. So yeah, hope everyone's doing well. Just same old stuff here, just working and anyways, what we're listening to right now, I got off eBay from the seller that I follow, kind of a little, I don't want to say hidden gem, but she always posts some good stuff from her grandfather's collection. So this is Freddie Hubbard, Keep Your Soul Together. Not one I had ever heard before, but it's pretty nice. This is 70s, I believe. What year is this from? Doesn't say. CTI though, I'm pretty sure it was from the 70s, but we got George Gables on the electric piano, Ron Carter plays bass on a couple tracks, Junior Cooke. Pretty nice little album actually. There's some hidden gems on the CTI label and they're not really that expensive. So we'll just get into it here. I can't remember where I picked this up, but I think it might have been in the closet and I just pulled it out. But Al Green, Let's Stay Together. I think this is the last one I needed for his discography. So yeah, it's nice to get that. Let's see here. Obviously, Let's Stay Together, Old Time Lovin', just Al Green can never get enough. Nice soul music. This was a big one, and I got 3 more from this band coming. I don't know why I've been on a 90s style kick, I guess. Rage Against the Machine, Evil Empire. It's the original pressing. I mean, we even have to talk about the tracks on here. People of the Sun, Bulls on Parade, Revolver. I mean, terrific album, terrific. And I got more from them coming, and this week sometime. So I talked about my last video, Instagram posts. A lot of record stores been posting on Instagram, to make money and stuff. I've been graciously supporting them, because that's what I'm doing. It's not for me, it's for them. So Record Jungle is also out of California, not too far from where my mother-in-law lives actually, and it's a great record store. They post a lot of crazy stuff all the time, different stuff, and yeah, so I've got more from them coming, but I got, I think, 4 in this video from them. Just got several packages, but yeah, some Italian prog, not stuff you see all the time in the States. Formula 3, La Grande Casa. It's on the Numero Uno label. Yeah, just great Italian prog. Kind of in the realm of like Aria or PFM, that kind of stuff. So yeah, good stuff. Not one you see every day and can get pricey. Also from him, Carla Thomas, Comfort Me. Nice. You know what you're getting with the Stax label. So very, very nice from her. And this one, I think he just gave it for free, or $1 or something, because there was a someone cut out one of the pictures on the back of the album, but the album's near mint and the cover's fine. So the Goonies, I did not have this soundtrack on the Epic label. I mean, my generation, this was it, man. The Goonies was it. So I can't believe I didn't even have this on soundtrack till now. I mean, I don't even really need to talk about it. Cyndi Lauper, Goonies are good enough. The Bangles, REO Speedwagon. I mean, awesome. That was nostalgic listening to that. He also had this. This was a sealed copy. It had a little bit of water damage. Don't know how it got in there, but it cleaned up beautifully. This is Al Johnson, Peaceful. Some more great soul music. This is on the Marina label. Not one I've seen before, but yeah, so we had nice. This was, plays beautifully. Cleaned up nice. Just had to. It was kind of like on the inside a little bit. Had to clean it, but yeah. Can't even tell now, but yeah, it was a beautiful copy, and yeah, great soul music. Kind of, you can stream it online on Discogs, but I think this was his first album, and very, very nice. He made several albums, but. And so this one, that was all from Record Jungle. Now these are all from that same eBay seller. I got the Freddie Hubbard. This is Statements from the Milt Jackson Quartet. This is on the kind of 70s Impulse label. Milt Jackson, I mean, you always know what you're getting with Milt. Milt's on the vibes. Let's see here. Who else plays with him on this? Try not to take it all the way out. Yeah, screw it. We got Connie K, Paul Chambers, and Hank Jones. So, very, very nice. Next one, Gil Evans Orchestra with Kenny Burrell and Phil Woods. I'd heard about this album for a while. Never picked it up. I didn't want to spend a lot for it because, you know, orchestra and jazz, some hit or miss with them, but this is actually a pretty nice album. This is like unreleased recordings. It's on Verve. I think this wasn't released until like the 70s, but this was recorded earlier than that. Produced by Creed Taylor. It's actually pretty enjoyable. There is obviously some orchestral aspects with Gil Evans, but he does some good arranging on here, and Kenny Burrell, you know, helps it along. So it's very, very nice. Next one, also from the same seller on eBay. This is Wayne Marsh, or Warren Marsh, Worn Out. This is on the P Records. You see him with his sax right there. Pretty enjoyable. This is on Interplay. Oh man, this is tight in here. 1977 is when this came out. So. Yeah, great little jazz number. Not what I see all the. I mean, I don't know if I ever seen one from him. So it was kind of a blind buy, and I went and listened to it on Discogs, and very enjoyable. This is the one you usually see from him. This is a later pressing. This is Lee Konitz with Warren Marsh. It's a mono repress here. This is a nice little jazz album here. This is on Atlantic, I believe, originally. So the originals, you know, they can go for a little bit, but this one is pretty inexpensive, this repress. And this was like $2 or something on eBay. It was pretty cheap. All right, next we got on Pacific Jazz, the Jazz Crusaders. Kind of a later Pacific Jazz, but good little group. This is from 1970 something. This is after Liberty had bought them, I think. Yeah, you got Buster Williams, Joe Samples on here, Stix Hooper, Wayne Henderson. Don't be confused, and Wilton Felder. So it's a nice little album here. Check it out. Next, we got a Cobblestone. We got Sonny Stitt tune-up with Barry Harris, Sam Jones, and Alan Dawson. Sonny Stitt, always pretty consistent. Even in his later years, I think he stayed pretty true to the mostly bop. He didn't stray off and do a lot of crazy stuff. And that's kind of what you're getting here. I mean, he's older here, but 1972, but still enjoyable jazz from him. Anytime I see Sonny Stitt, I pick it up because he's pretty consistent. So next one's my first one on Strata East. Gil Scott-Heron, Brian Jackson, Winter in America. A beautiful Strata East label that I don't have enough of because they're stupid expensive, and I don't pay stupid expensive prices for records. I can't. But this is from 1974. Got a little spoken word on here, a little singing. I think was the last track on side 2. Peace Go With You, Brother. Really enjoyed that one. But you know, very political themed on some of these. But you know, very enjoyable album. And this is probably one of the cheapest Strata East you can get into. But All right, so these next albums are all from Chad at Horrorbiz. He was selling on a Facebook group, and you know, I've bought some albums from Chad before, and you know, he always hooks it up. Good stuff, good quality, good grading, and you know, good selection. So I'm gonna try to cover here because it's got some nudity, but this is Jane's Addiction, Nothing is Shocking. Oh, I'm covering. Can't see it. So great stuff from them. Always been a fan. Let's see here. It's from 1988. Whoops. Oh, you almost caught me, YouTube. But yeah, nice album from them. Not one I see all the time. Obviously Perry Farrell, you know, great vocalist, great frontman, to be honest with you. So that was cool. And this was, I mean, probably a Grail. I mean, it's been one I've been wanting for a while. The price was right on this, and the condition is stupendous. So the Replacements, Let It Be. It's a long time coming for this one, BC. Can't believe I didn't have this. It's so good. It's on Twin Tone. This is the original pressing on the Twin Tone label. Got to show the label. Boom. So, very, very cool. Chad, if you're watching, thanks for hooking it up, man. And he also had, I mean, all these are from him right now. So, the Replacements, Don't Tell a Soul. A nice one from them. Not as good as Let It Be, but great, great album still. This one's on Sire. And so the next couple, I think, are still from him as well. Yep. So we had The Clash, Sandista. I did not have this 3 LP. I only had, I think I had 2 Clash. I had that 10-inch, and I had Combat Rock. So these really helped the Clash collection fill out what's coming up. This is from 1980 on CBS Records. I mean, awesome, awesome stuff. I only listened to, I think, one. I mean, you really gotta, I mean, 3 LPs, holy smokes, man. What a long album. Next from The Clash. Self-titled. Good stuff. Punk rock at its best right here. It says promo, but I don't think it really is a promo. It's not white label or nothing, and it's from 1977 on CBS. And then he goes, hey, he took a picture of this one and said, hey, it's got like a little bit of a warp. I'll just throw it in for free if you want. And I was like, yeah, I mean, I don't have it. The Clash, give them enough rope. And it does have like one small skip on the first track. You know, it's got that pesky edge warp, man. But I'll see what I can do in my vinyl flat, but I'm not holding my breath. It's not very good for edge warps. You just kind of have to take them as they come, you know. But yeah, this is a great, great album. This is also on, excuse me, Epic 1978. More good stuff from The Clash. You guys all know about The Clash, so I don't need to go into great detail about them. And so I sent him a message. I'm like, what else you got for sale, Chad, you know? And he sent this back with a couple others, and I immediately picked this out. It's one I've been wanting for, I mean, it's probably a top 5 Grail for me. I mean, I search all the time, and I just can't find a good price. And I mean, Chad had a great price on it, and one I've been really wanting it for years, actually. Albert King, Born Under a Bad Sign. I missed it on Record Store Day. There's a beautiful mono Stax label. I missed it on Record Store Day, you know, when I reissued it in mono, and those kind of go for stupid money now. Not stupid money, but for a repress, I'm like, I'm not paying that. So this was very, you know, a good price, fair, and you know, I listened to it, and he said it was VG. It might be even higher than that. I think maybe after I ultrasonic cleaned it, but terrific album. Most of you guys already know about this, but Albert King, man, tremendous stuff. Alright, so these are all, I finally went out for a dig maybe like 2 weeks ago at Josie Records. It felt good, you know, you gotta sanitize your hands before you go in, you gotta wear a mask, the whole 9 yards, but man, it felt good to dig again, so I went to the new arrival section and got another Carla Thomas. This one is the Queen Alone, nice mono on stacks. I love that blue stacks label. I like the yellow too, but partial to blue, you know, Dodger blue. But Carla Thomas, just more great soul music from her. Very good stuff. Next one, also from Josie. James Brown, I Got the Feeling. On King. I mean, the king on the king, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, great stuff. James Brown and the Famous Flames, If I Ruled the World, just a great album. They had this price terrific too for, I mean the condition is probably VG, but I mean it's like $8 or something like that. It was a good price. Don't see a lot of jazz at Josie or in Dallas in general, so this was a nice welcome addition. Grant Green, The Final Come Down. It's a soundtrack he did. It's on Blue Note. 1972. Nice little, definitely got some funk to it, you know what I mean? Like you're kind of nodding your head to it. Grant Green on guitar, obviously 70s, gonna get that little funk. But it is a nice little soundtrack. I've never seen the movie, but this was my find of the day there. One that I've been wanting for a long time. Love this artist. Sam Cooke, Ain't That Good News. Probably gonna be one of my favorite albums from him. It's an original on RCA. Is it stereo? No, it's a mono. That's right. Obviously, you know, probably one of my favorite songs by him, A Change Is Gonna Come, is on here. I have the single of it, but I don't have the album, so now I just changed that, and as you can see, it's in really great shape. So that was my find of the day. These were all $2 records, I believe. They were in the bargain bin. This cover had some stuff on it, but I cleaned it up. This is Blood Rock, their first album. You know, everyone kind of knows their second album, pretty famous in the VC, pretty cheap heat, I guess you could say. This one's not as cheap, but I got it for $2. They're a local band out of Fort Worth here. It's an original on Capitol. Great blues rock. Not classic, I would say more blues rock, but yeah, this one's more, got a little bit of psych aspects of it, a little bit too, so that was a cool find. Next one, I had never seen this before. This is the, I really want to watch the movie too. This is the Candy soundtrack, music by the Byrds and Steppenwolf. Very, very cool on ABC. Alright, just a couple more here. This is also in the $2 bin and kind of a blind buy, but you know, I looked up on Discogs to see what kind of music it was, and so this is Maldon. So this is the band is called Curtis Maldon. The group, I guess you could say, there's two of them. It's what is it? Clive Maldon and Dave Curtis. It's an English folk. Nice white label promo on Warner Brothers. Yeah, this is a cool little folk album. Never heard these guys before, but I was impressed. Nice little solid record. Next one, I hadn't heard this either. This is some nice blues rock. This is a Mill Valley Bunch. It's another blues rock, classic rock type record. It's a white label promo on Verve. Don't have many white label promos on Verve, so that's kind of cool. Yeah, this is also a nice little blues rock record. So look it up, give them a listen. All right, and can't remember where I got these next two. It might have been just from the closet stash, like I like to say. You know what I mean? But I don't know why I didn't have this one already. But this is the Supremes sing Holland, Dozier, and Holland. Got one of my favorite Supremes tracks on it. You Keep Me Hanging On. Just amazing song. I mean, amazing. I Guess I'll Always Love You. It's the same old song. Also on here. This is probably one of my favorite Supremes albums, and I can't believe I didn't even have it clean and in the collection. So I definitely changed that. Love the Supremes. Love girl groups from this time. This is 1966 on Motown. Awesome stuff. And this one is a little, like, you know, compilation. Just some different bands. Has the Dacrons, Jalopy 5, Freddie York. It's like a, they call it modern music out of Nashville. It's like a little comp. It's called You're My Soul and Inspiration. Good Lovin'. It's on Modern Sound Records. It's a cool little, you know, comp of some like rock music and like kind of garagey, kind of let me see here, got like kind of like oldies, stuff like that, but pretty cool. So that's it. VC, thanks for hanging in there. Hope you enjoyed. Still watching all you guys' videos. Trying to comment when I can. I'm usually watching on my phone, so it doesn't always happen. Apologize, but I do appreciate all your videos. I watch them quite a bit. So yeah, take care, VC, and we'll talk to you next time. All right.